This is June 2012, variant 1, question number 6. A good has a unitary price elasticity of demand, and at a price of $20, a firm sells 40,000 units. How many will the firm sell if it charges a price of $5? So when the PED is unitary, we know this that total revenue remains unchanged, which means P1 times Q1 must be equal to P2 times Q2. So if the price is 20 times 40,000 must be equal to 5 times quantity, which we need to find out. So the quantity will be 20 times 40,000 over 5, which would mean 5, and we're left with 4, and the answer would be 160,000. So in these kind of questions, don't use the formula, use this approach where the total revenue will remain unchanged. So for the question number 6, the answer would be C. For 7, the cross elasticity demand between two goods, two products X and Y is negative. If XED is negative, we know it is what we call a complementary good. What would be the effect of a rise in the price of product Y? If the price of Y goes up, quantity of Y should go down, but at the same time demand for X will fall. So quantity demanded of X will fall because these goods are what we call complements. Okay, for question 7, the answer would be A. Next we do 11. In 11, the diagram shows the effect of imposition of a tax equal to Fg. So this is Fg is the amount of tax. Supply curve is shifting backward. Which area represents the reduction in consumer surplus? The reduction in consumer surplus will be shown by this area here. That would be the reduction in consumer surplus, because previously when the supply curve is S1, my price will be, for example, P1. When the supply curve becomes S2, my price will be P2. So consumer surplus will now reduce by U plus X plus Y, or in other words, the right answer would be for 11, C. U plus X plus Y will be the right answer. So what is consumer surplus? Consumer surplus is the difference between what consumers are willing to pay and what they actually pay, and therefore it's the area under the demand curve above the market price. So when the price goes to P2, this is the rest of the consumer surplus, which means U plus X plus Y will be the change in consumer surplus. For number 12, for number 21, they say this: the diagram shows the imposition of a tariff raises the price from $10 to $14. So the tariff is increasing the price from $10 to $14. What is the value of tax revenue? The tax revenue is basically this area. Why? Because the level of imports is this. After tariff, it's going to be 40 would be the level of imports, and the tariff is the distance between these two supply curves, which means it's a $4 tariff. So 40 times 4, we're looking at 160 million as the tariff revenue, which is actually this region or this rectangle here. For 24, in which year did the real value of money rises? So if you look at price index, it's 4% is the rate of inflation in this year. How do I get 4%? 104 minus 100 over 100, that's 4%. In the next year, the rate of inflation is 0, because 104 minus 104 is 0, while in the next year the rate of inflation is negative, which is 103 minus 104 over 104. So I'm going to get a negative rate of inflation, which means when the rate of inflation is negative, prices are falling, and when prices fall, value of money, which is 1 over price level, when the price level goes down, value of money goes up. So in which year did the value of money rise? And the answer would be D. In 2005, the value of money goes up because deflation is happening. Next is 28, which is saying this the representative basket of goods costs $2,500 in the US. The same basket of goods costs 2,000 pounds in the UK. So $2,500 is equal to 2,000 pounds. Okay, so if I do the math, then this is going to be 2,500 over 2,000 is equal to 1 pound, or 1 pound is equal to $1.25. In other words, this is how much it should cost. So when we have a purchasing power parity, we create a basket and we figure out the price of the basket in the US and the price of the basket in the UK. So the price of the basket is $2,500, while the price of the basket in the UK is 2,000 pounds, which would mean the exchange rate should be equal to $1.25 is equal to 1 pound, or D will be the right answer. The purchasing power parity rate of the pound sterling is $1.25 is equal to 1 pound.